After being misled all of your life by a stupid triangle, you decided to give the carnivore diet a try to regain your health, but it was harder than you thought giving up all the sugar and carbs, leading you to fail multiple times trying to just eat meat. But instead of staying down and cowering in the corner with a Twinkie in your mouth, you decided to get back up and come out swinging. That, dear viewer, makes you a warrior.
You warriors are good. Real good. The best.
Good morning, everyone. It is July 2nd, and what happened there? Technical difficulties already. I don't know if you guys saw that. I had a banner flash up in front of me. Just take my hand off that mouse. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the morning meeting, guys. I believe this is meeting number 8, and all of you who are watching probably already know this has done wonders for me. I believe this is the only meeting of its kind on YouTube. So, very cool. I'm free to everybody, and I hope you guys are getting a lot out of it. I'm still kind of waking up. Yeah, I didn't sleep too well last night. A little bit of insomnia, which is a good sign for me. I usually know I'm in a state of ketosis when I'm having trouble sleeping. So I need to shave too. I'm looking kind of bummy. But I'm feeling great. I'm just a little foggy. I'm on my second cup of coffee right here. Hope you guys have your favorite morning beverage with you for the meeting. Oh, man. I don't know if you guys saw what I ate yesterday. I didn't pull it up in this stream, but I wasn't sure if by the time that video, or I did the live last night for accountability, if I was going to eat after the stream. And I did eat a couple chicken thighs and all beef hot dog for dinner. It was a late dinner too. Maybe that had something to do with me not sleeping too well. But it's cool. It is what it is. I was hungry, so, I took care of that with some nutritious meat. And not a problem, right? All right, so you guys are hopping in. What's up, everybody? If you're new to our channel, which I doubt, because this really doesn't get pushed to new people, we're here every morning keeping each other accountable. And I'm going to attempt to do these every single weekday morning for at least 100 days. I just want to let you guys know who are here. I won't be putting out any evening content tonight, the 3rd or the 4th. I might be uploading a video, maybe, but no live streams just because of the holiday. I didn't take into account for the holiday. But we will be doing the morning lives every day. So even on the 4th of July, you want to stop by before, the family starts eating all the good food and all the side dishes. You want to stop by for the meeting for a little strength. That'll be a good thing. So, but yeah, and I mentioned in last night's live, I might do a special live stream about my mom. The anniversary of her murder is on July 3rd, so it's always kind of a weird day for me. But I decided not to do that. When I talked about it in last night's stream, one of our subscribers commented, Larry, it's kind of like you don't need to focus on that. You need to, look forward, stop looking back. And it really hit me. I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right. But you never know. I mean, I usually have a good day on, ever since I've been sober, but, and Tammy, my sister, and Cassie's off that night too. So I probably won't do that. I'm going to take that subscriber's advice, and I appreciate it. Kind of made me think about things. So anyway, we have 60 folks in here. Hey guys, good morning. That is perfect for a morning meeting. Let's start saying our hellos. V. Osborne, good morning. Tammy, what's up? Gidget, I'm seeing a lot of the same names. What's up, Gidget? Jessica Wolf, hey. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Jessica. Hey Debbie, what's going on? Jen, Betty Flowers, morning from Southport, North Carolina, home of North Carolina 4th of July Festival. Ooh, you gonna have some fun, Betty? That's cool. Ooh, I didn't even pull your comment up. I told you I'm a little foggy. Uh, fat. Morning meat eaters, for sure. Meat eaters who need a little support. That is a fact. Um, a big wave from Carnivore Project. What's up, Lady Terza? Lady T, what's going on? Um, Deb, good morning, everyone. Out working in the yard, but listening too. Very cool, Deb. We won't expect many comments from you then. But I'm really glad you're listening. Cool. Denise, hey, good morning. Angela, what is going on, Angela? Howdy. How you doing? Let's see here. Um, oh, talking amongst yourselves, my bad. Hey, Aaron. Good morning, bro. How you doing? Cher, good morning, and Larry and Carnivore friends. Good morning, Cher. Amber, what's going on, Amber? Everybody's here. Very cool. Cindy, good morning from Canada. Gidget, this is helping me too. Well, very cool. You know, we've been running an hour, but yeah, I don't want you guys to be surprised if some days we go a half hour or 40 minutes. You know, and that's all it takes. You know, little accountability. If you've messed up, this is the place to talk about it because this is usually a small scream, and you know, kind of get things off your chest. And we'll have a discussion topic today too. Mama P, hey, good morning, Larry and everyone. I'm staying strong. Love these daily meetings. Well, very cool. Awesome. Kathleen, good morning, all. Hey, Alan. Hey, kids. um, Amber, I did not eat yet. Nah, I haven't eaten anything either. And I thought about trying to change that. I thought about, you know, introducing some breakfast. My stomach is I don't know if you guys can hear it in the mic, but it's growling pretty loud. You know, and it seems like coffee suppresses your appetite, right? At least for me and Cass, it does. And I don't know. I know when she gave up the coffee, she started eating breakfast every single morning. When she gave up the coffee, I forget how long she did it, 30 something days. Yep, her appetite came back in the morning. So I'm thinking about trying to incorporate a little breakfast. My stomach shouldn't be growling right now. You know, I should have eaten. Yeah, it's rocking and rolling. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Dang. Papa Frank, what's going on? Good morning, Larry. Up earlier today, so I'm able to join you. Already ate 4 eggs and 4 slices of bacon for breakfast. Well, there you go, Papa Frank. I got to take your lead there, right? Follow your lead with what I was just talking about. Tammy, element in sparkling water, watermelon flavor. There you go. That's the first flavor I want to try with that ice machine, that shaved ice machine, is watermelon. I don't know why. The two sound good. Jessica, I have to come right out and say I had a fail last night. I had a food plan, but went off the rails. It was my son's first birthday, and I had a giant piece of cake and ice cream. I feel like crap today. Well, if you physically feel like crap, Jessica, that's to be expected. Um, but I've done the exact same thing on birthdays myself. Little Larry just had his 21st birthday, and I didn't. And that was a rare time where I said, no, I'm not going to have any. But throughout our channel, we've documented when I did blow it, and, a couple bad things in your mouth. You just don't beat yourself up for it. That's why you say, I feel like crap. I hope you're not, emotionally kicking yourself in the butt. It's not worth it. You did it. It's over with, it's in the past. So I'm glad you're here. Share, yes, green tea, lemon, and element. Ooh, nice. That's a nice. That's a unique combo. Man, oh, got that tickle. Um, Kathy Ray, morning. Already had one coffee. Now on to my grapefruit salt. Everybody's fired up the lemon element. Cool, awesome. I actually have not had mine yet. So, yeah, you guys know sometimes I put the raw and flavored in my coffee. I didn't do that this morning. I'll probably, when I have one of my big tumblers of water, I'll do a raw and flavored, and then with my meal, I'll probably have a half a packet of whatever flavor I'm in the mood for. I think we have almost all the flavors. So, um, sorry guys, kind of messed up here. Uh, There's Tammy. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Tammy. Anyway, we got 77 people here. All right, let's pull up the subject for today. Let's see where that is. Okay. For anybody who's new, this is what we talked about. Let me pull down that comment. I'm sorry. Come on, Director Larry. There we go. But these are the subjects that we worked on last week and the last couple days. We finished off yesterday with how I define abstinence. And let me get you guys the second set. So today we'll be discussing using food to cope with emotions. Using food to cope with emotions. Love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm sure a lot of us have a lot to share there. No doubt about that. I think that's a very common theme. But some people might not realize it. I kind of didn't early in my journey. I didn't realize how much the decision to put something in my mouth, you know, was attached to how I was feeling. I didn't realize it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe at some level I did, but probably not. I probably didn't realize it. So once again, using food to cope with emotions. You guys fill up your comments with what you think and your thoughts on that, and I will definitely go through them and we'll talk about them. Oh, give you a second here. I gotta find my spot again and go back to where you guys were talking about the element. Just Joshin. Hey, Josh. Yeah, what's going on? Is that the Josh I think it is? If it is, I love you, man. I'm kicking butt, Josh. I believe this is day 10. I've been counting down, kind of screwing up, but I've been solid. I have been strict. Kick butt for that little one, for that little nugget. I hope that's the right Josh. Anyway, Aaron, chicken thighs, waiting to be cooked tonight. Very cool. You gonna do them in that air fryer, man, or in the cast iron? How you gonna do it? Tammy, Jessica, today is a new day to start over. You got this, absolutely. Shellbell, what's up, Shellbell? Good morning. I missed your live stream last night. Was out meat meat hauling. Oh, cool. So grateful for making it this morning. Yeah, I mean, I think you've been here at every meeting, Shellbell, right? Which is really cool. It's good to see you. Yeah, I got the streams ready for the next 3 days, and last night that's what I was working on, getting them all optimized and the thumbnail on them, and then put them out to the public. And when I went to bed, I hadn't made them public. So about 10 minutes for the stream, I happened to look on my phone just to see if anybody was waiting, and they weren't even public. I'm like, oh no. So I came in here and made the streams public because, by public, I mean you guys can see they're like upcoming. So I didn't even have them out there until like 10 minutes before the stream. But luckily, I mean, thankfully, I realized it. Hey, Nancy, good morning. Good to see you. Tammy, good morning. Let me say hi while y'all are encouraging Tammy. North Dakota Carnivore, good morning. Glad you made it. Awesome. Been working since 6 a.m. Hope you're having a good work day, Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, there's another Nancy in Reno. I'll rejoin later. I'm at the doctor's office now. Well, all right. Sure. I just finished my morning walk. I'm at 14,000 steps and 4 miles. It's my therapy. Great job, Cher. Hey, Lori, good morning from the western shores of Lake Michigan. Very cool. Good morning. Debbie, I'm going to be exercising while listening. I have some B3 band that I exercise with. All right. Getting it. Mia's girls, good morning. Hey, Mia, what's up? Mia's girls. Ryan, hey, Ryan. Great day to praise the Lord. Hello, all. Yeah, I thanked him as soon as I get my coffee and I chill, take the dogs out. I thank him for waking me, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. Tomorrow is only on the fool's calendar. Preacher Adrian Rogers used to say that. So get right with the Lord, right? Because tomorrow's only on the fool's calendar. You never know when your heart's going to stop beating and you're going to face some judgment. So you want the Lord Jesus Christ standing right there next to you. So the Father doesn't look at you. He looks at Jesus, credits your account, and you're all good. Let's see. Cigar King, I've come to the realization carnivore diet doesn't seem to work too long term for like 95% of people. They always relapse. We need to figure out why this is. That is so true. I've had that conversation with so many people. If that wasn't the case, I probably would have gave up on the channel because, Cassie and I kind of came to realize, when we faced some criticisms in the past, that most people are like us. I mean, we are the majority, and that's kind of what kept us plugging along. It's pretty embarrassing when the first time around, I gained 80 pounds here on YouTube, and Cassie, she gained 40 back. That was our first year here on YouTube, and now I've done it again. I don't know. We're trying to find that answer together, right? To make it sustainable long term. I mean, I have my plan in my head what I'm going to do. I get down to my goal weights, start. I could easily go on Ketovore, enjoy some cheese, because I could always maintain my weight loss until I went completely off the rails, which kind of goes, I think, with our topic today. Let me bring it up one more time for anybody that just jumped in. Using food, number 7, using food to cope with emotions. And I think that's a little bit what happened to me. But that's a great question, man. I gotta find out. Every time I switch back over to show you guys a graphic, it resets the comments, so I don't know where I was. So just give me a second here. Darn it. Yeah, I gotta find a comment. I recognize, you know what I mean? Darn it. Okay. Now I'm working my way to. Sorry, guys. Brutal. That's why it's easier to do this with two people. One of us monitors the chat and takes care of it. Okay, I'm almost there. Cigar King. There. Okay, there's your comment. Pull it back down. Kathleen, I was ashamed last night, but it's a new day. Let's go. Absolutely. Can't let yourself beat yourself up over those little slip ups. And I've done it. I've done it a lot in the past, big time. Oh, Terza, we need to buy a large plot of land and get a carnivore keto community, keep ourselves in check, and do organized walks and barbecues. Yeah, Cassie and I have dreamed, like, if we ever hit the lottery, we don't play the lotto very often. We only do when it like gets over $1 billion. But we've fantasized, get a big, like an island or something, raise your own cattle, and you have people live there that only the carnivore diet. Everybody in this chat will all move to that island. Okay, have a community garden and animals, and that'd be really cool. Fat thinking doing a bone broth fast. Yeah, they're effective. I've done them before. Bone broth has so good for you and very little calories. Awesome. Mm. Oh, I love your coffee mug. Oh, I'm a little behind. Yeah, this is my absolute favorite coffee mug. You would think it'd be one of our Carnivore Quest mugs. No, Cassie found this at a thrift store when we first moved to South Carolina. She paid like 50 cents for it, and I absolutely love it for some reason. Maybe it just signified me getting sober, starting our life over. But I love this cup. I guard it with my life. Hey, Deborah. Don't think you were able to answer my question last night. Is it possible to drink too much sparkling water if it's unflavored? I probably drink a gallon a day. I've heard conflicting information on that. If you feel all right, then, and what I came up with it, me and Cassie, if you feel all right, then it's not bothering you, right? Sometimes when I drink sparkling water, even if it's flavored or just plain sparkling water, I'll get gassy. Doesn't happen to me all the time. So if I do drink some, I just stick with 1 can each day. So I hope that helps you out. Just listen to your body. If you're not feeling good after it, a gallon's quite a bit. But I have my periods where I drink quite a bit of the Food Lion brand seltzer waters or the LaCroix. But now usually if I'm having a seltzer, I have an Element since they came out with those seltzer waters with the electrolytes in them. That's just what I drink now. So. Ooh, Lori, I had a meat cookie with yellow frosting, hamburger patty with mustard, and coffee with egg yolks, butter, and protein powder. That's a good way to look at it, Lori. A meat cookie with yellow frosting. Awesome. Morning, I had a blend of egg and butter into my coffee, so I have coffee and breakfast all in one. I've done that a few times. It's not bad, but it's not heavy cream. At least to me. Wires Z, what's up? Glad you made another one. Good morning from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Awesome. Papa Frank got my first shipment of lemonade element yesterday. Very cool. Yeah, I was gonna announce in a video that I was in touch with them, and they're running out of the element lemonade pretty quick, and they're considering making it permanent flavor. It's like the feedback they've gotten is so good. So I don't know how long that'll take for them to, manufacture enough to make it a permanent flavor. So if you guys don't want to run, get some before the summer ends, our link's down below. And it really helps us out. And it's delicious. You guys won't regret it. And if you do, they'll give you your money back. So, when are we going to see a... Oh, you got to finish that thought, my man. Okay. Gidget, when I eat in the morning, I don't lose weight. It adds more fat and calories to my day, and I struggle. Does anyone else have this happen? Well, and also you're not extending your fast too, right, Gidget? When you don't eat in the morning, your intermittent fasting, your daily intermittent fasting is extended. But if you guys could help her out in the comments, your thoughts. Hey, Mary Christine Turner. Yeah, I made it. What's up? Carl. Hey, Carl. How you doing? Hi, Larry. These morning meetings are great. Keeping me company for the drive home from work. Doing good this week after my self sabotage over last weekend. Well, great. It's really good, Carl, to hear you're back on track. And we're happy to keep you company on that drive. Be safe. All right. Let me go down. Are we going to see the ice cone element in the making, Larry? Yes, that will be coming. I'll probably produce that video over the 4th. So it'll be coming. I've really just been focusing on these lives and staying accountable, to you guys and my daily vlogs. I had to do it this time around, guys. I had to go back to old school carnivore quest and really lean on you for support because I just couldn't get my footing, by myself. Hey guys, welcome back to Carnivore Quest. Larry here. I blew it again. I was so sick of saying that, So shifting back to old school carnivore and using all of you for accountability in a very intimate way. And it's working for me, so. Hulk smash that like button. Absolutely. Amber, thank you. Yeah, very cool. What was yesterday's topic? If I pull it up again. Yesterday's topic was... Oh, man, that's at the bottom. You can't even see it. I gotta go back to comments. Now I lost your comment because it reset, Amber. Thanks. Oh, Amber. Where are you? Okay, there you are. Let me pull it up now. Amber asked, and Amber just completed the 30-day walking challenge she made in our group and on her channel, so I got to show her. How I define abstinence. That was it, yeah. So, but that's not today's subject. And I'm a little behind on the comments, guys. Well, I guess I'm not behind. I guess it gives you time to, gives you time to get your thoughts in the comment section. So, let me find where I was again. Darn it. Okay. I found you guys. All right. We're rapid firing now. Lady T, I use food for any and all emotions. Sad, angry, stressed, anxious, bored, and even happy. Yep. And that's the same with any addiction, any substance. It's the same thing. Yep, for sure, T. I'm the exact same way. Sarah, good morning. I hope you have a great day. Thank you. I mixed the unsweetened tea with the raspberry salt this morning and highly recommend it. That's the two we've tried. We've tried the raspberry salt and we've tried the lemonade salt in sun tea, unsweetened. Very good. Um, hey Kathy, I've heard that about. Oh, you guys are talking amongst each other. I don't want to jump in there. Stress, eating fat, and depression. I eat. Yep. And I never really told you guys um, my thoughts on it, which we usually start out. I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place today, right? Brutal. Okay, yeah. Using food to cope with emotions. Using food to cope with emotions. Let me get back to where you guys are at. Yeah, I think we're all, on some level, we all do that, right? Um, a big trigger for me is when Cassie and I get in a little spat. You know, she's a hot-blooded Italian beast, and she's a firecracker, and I am very passive. I am very laid back. You know, and when we have a disagreement, you know, she's just different than me, and when as soon as we get in a little, beef, I'll walk away or whatever. All married couples do once in a while, but I'll want to put something bad in my mouth. And that's my biggest trigger is when Cassie and I have a little spat, you know. Another one is financial stress. That's a big one. And it's really any stress in your life, right? It's you could look at it as, what in your life stresses you out the most, and then attach that to when you're gonna, not be eating good. But Cassie and I don't get into battles very often. I mean, gosh, when I was an alcoholic, we had all our battles early on, and our marriage is pretty blessed now. But when it does happen, I want something to eat. I want to deal with it that way. But I'd like to hear from you guys. That's my biggest one, probably. That and um, and I was a little worried. July 3rd, the anniversary of my mom's death. That's why I considered doing that live stream and I don't know, kind of bringing awareness about domestic violence. I was going to do that for me, just to try and not put something bad in my mouth, but I'm not going to. Cassie will be home. She'll keep me accountable. And we still might do a live stream together that night. But the subject of it won't be my mom. That was a mistake for me to think that. We're not going to do that. Just hang out, maybe. Or maybe we'll fry up some steaks and we'll play some chess, just me and her hang out. I'm not sure yet. So, but I would appreciate your prayers, for July 3rd. Just, just a little prayer for me. Be cool. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. 100 of you here. Hey, we had some people jump in. What's going on? Say hi in the chat. Okay. I don't want to miss anybody's comments about their thoughts on today's subject. So there's Sarah. Okay, we got fats, stress eating, and depression. North Dakota carnivore. Brisket is my emotional food, along with bacon, pork belly, and ribeye. Hey, that's a great attitude. Excuse me, burping here. Great attitude, man. Very cool. Yeah, boredom. Yeah, okay, I saw this comment, right, Betty? Another one for me. I mean, it's not an emotional trigger, but just at nighttime, like Betty, if I'm watching a lot of TV, which I haven't been doing lately, and by a lot, I mean just like an hour at night, then I want something to snack on, some pork rinds or whatever. Amber, when I'm sad, I want ice cream. So if I ever So if I'm ever sad again, I'll make Dr. Kiltz's ice cream. Never tried that. Heard it's good. Um, Darn it. Hey, Carrie, I've been on vacation since Friday and I've missed these meetings. Yesterday, one Joe turned into a whole package. No matter how much work I've done on myself, there's still more to do. Yeah. Really want you to enjoy that vacation. Yeah, enjoy that, Carrie. Just remember, Cassie and I try to remind ourselves when we're on vacation, if we, eat a couple days worth of bad food, we're really going to feel horrible and it'll affect our vacation. So keep that in mind. A little slip up though, as long as you bounce back. Hey, Lori, I'm 2 years sober today, and that is a huge deal. Congratulations, Lori. Very cool. Just made my day. I love hearing that. Alcohol is devil's juice. You break those chains, that's awesome. CK Cracknell. Okay, that's a good topic. It took me forever to realize I use food in that way, but once I realized it, I noticed every time and would question what was motivating my hunger at that very moment. Ah, okay. So once you became aware of it, you did something about it. That's really cool. Um, B. Osborne. It took me a very long time to learn that I eat by emotions. I now decide if I'm going to eat off plan because of my feelings. I now decide if I'm going to. Oh, okay. So you make a conscious decision to make a conscious decision. Now that you're aware of it. Okay. Jen, I struggle a lot when I'm upset, sad, so I try just to fast and stay away from foods. And that's a good strategy. It depends how stressed out I am. If it's something major, it's like you have this F it attitude, just like I want something I love, that my tongue loves. It's crazy. Um, yeah, big congrats from everybody, Lori. That's amazing. Great news. 2 years. You got it. You got it. You should be sober the rest of your life now, right? So cool. But guard that sobriety. Guard it. Um, Jessica, I have the uncanny ability to not want to allow myself to feel any negative emotions. Then I stuff them with food. When I'm happy, I want to live to eat and overindulge. It's habit and addiction. For sure. For sure. Paula. Hey, Paula. Watching every day. Just had a lamb chop, 2 egg yolks, uh, 11/2 thick bacon strips, hydrogen water, alkaline water. Uh, Good day to everyone. I seriously need this, so thank you. Hey, Paula, glad you're here, and it sounds like you're doing great. I've never tried hydrogen water. I'm gonna look that up. Oh, and I did find you get those of you who have been in the lives. I did find the microwave. Uh, it's like microwave popcorn, but it's pork rinds, and you put it in the microwave, and it pops up fresh. I ordered some. It was 8 bags. It was $8 for 6 packs. So they'll be here tonight, I think. So what I might do is review that mayo I got. That's supposed to be clean. The pork rinds, and then also that barbecue sauce I told you guys about. I might review all three of those in a standalone video. And then in another video, do the snow cone machine. So, just give me a little update there. Hmm. Ricky Lee, the Sugar Diet community is calling out their con match, con man coach Cole Robinson. He's backing off pushing sugar. Really? I haven't checked out his channel in a little while. That's the dude, that's the main guy, right? That promotes it. He's always screaming at the screen. Hey, fatty. Hey, fatty. He's just screaming at people. I know that's his online shtick, but I couldn't watch much of it. You know? Ryan, what's up, man? Oh, sorry it took so long to get to your comment. I realized how much I think about and have been lied and tied to food, thinking, planning, living. Abandonment is a big cause for that, and I have been working through all of this. Well, I hope you get there, Ryan. Get there all the way. I'm glad you realized it. Yeah, that's a good point. Thinking, planning, living for your next meal. That's one thing Cassie and I realized the first time we were successful. We had a really good run on carnivore. You know, it was almost an inconvenience to eat because it was like, oh, it was like, oh, I had to stop at the gas station and get gas. That's what eating was like, you know, and it was after 90 days really of not following, being strict, is when it started to shift into that lifestyle where you just had to, you know, you had to fuel your body and then you move on. So, Kathleen, thank you so much. That really support for the morning meeting like that. That's really cool, Kathleen. Thank you. From Cassie and I. Um, all the emotions are my reason to eat. All the emotions, right? Celebration or sadness is what we as humans do. For me, it's hard to find the real hunger. This group gives me motivation. You cannot use this for Starbucks, Larry. Just say no. I will not use that for Starbucks. I promise, Kathleen. And thank you very much. That's a big deal. I looked on our analytics last night. I had said on one of our meetings, or it was the evening stream, that I make like $6. Or no, I had said I make like 10, $11. I actually looked. It's actually like $6 to $7 for each meeting through YouTube ads. So that really helps, Kathleen. But it's not expected. You know. Thank you. um, Gidget. Whenever I deal with high stress situations, I get upset and I sit there and I remember the ice cream in the fridge. I will talk myself into eating it. Then the binge begins. Yep. Yep. I've actually, which I am ashamed to say because it's so expensive, I've actually used DoorDash. You know, when something bad's happened, I don't even want. I just bring it to me. Bring it to me right now. And that, you know, you guys know I've driven for DoorDash, and that stuff's it's so expensive. But I do it, and I open my front door, and it's sitting there, and I gorge. Let the binge begin. Right, Gidget? It's crazy. Ricky Lee. One of them actually is blaming Dr. Barry instead. Wow. I'll check out his latest videos. You know, yeah. I used to have a lot of respect for Mark Smelly Bell, but I don't know. Guy just seems kind of a shyster to me. Hmm. Hey D, glad you made it. Count me present. Taking a break from trimming hedges, turning out lopsided. Your arm's getting tired. That's funny. Adrian is my favorite. Yep, Adrian Rogers, the Prince of Preachers, as a lot of people call him. Another good one's Charles Lawson. He's on YouTube. Charles Lawson out of Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. He's like in his mid 70s, but he's a great preacher, Ryan. Um, wow. How Wow, you guys. The comment I'm looking at right now came out at 11:48. I got to get better at catching up. It's all of you. Cindy, when I was a child having a rough day, my grandma used to give me toast with lots of butter and hot chocolate. Guess what my comfort foods are today? Still at age 53. At least the butter's good. Laugh out loud. That's a nice memory, Cindy. That's cool. Thanks for sharing that. All right. If I don't see a cue, I'm going to move down just real quick so I can catch up with you guys a little bit. Paula, I believe the relapse is social pressure, the grocery store pumping smells into the air, and not having strong coping strategies is complicated. It sure is, Paula. That's a fact. There's a lot of factors that go into it, right? I totally agree with that. You go for a drive, somebody like me who's loves fast food, they're everywhere, every corner, but so is a liquor store in some cities, and the alcoholic has to drive by it and not pick any up, so but I totally agree with that right there. Kelly, back on carnivore, but the exercise part, well, I'm right there with you, Kelly. The heat has been brutal. I did get out. I went to the dump yesterday, made our weekly trash run, and swept up some of the garage. I still have to pull. I mean, I got all the garbage out of that garage, but I still have to pull out everything. Cassie, longtime viewers of the channel know that like 3 years ago, Cassie got really big into crafting. She was doing all kinds of stuff outside, and so when she took like 4 months off work, and we just have all this like I'll just call it crap in the garage, that I just need to go through. She's never going to use again, and see what I can donate or what I'm going to take to the dump. I have to go through all that and then pull everything out, like the bikes, the lawnmower, all that stuff, and then power wash the floor, bring everything back in, get it all organized, and then I'll be done. But I did attempt, you guys know I worked on it quite a bit about a week and a half ago. But this last like 4 days, I went out there, I just couldn't breathe. It was just too humid, I mean, I was struggling. So it seems like it's even hotter in our garage. It's crazy. Anyway, there's a little rant. That's why I get behind, because I start ranting like that, you guys. All right. You guys are talking amongst each other. So I'm going to go down here. 11:54. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, John, today's your birthday. That's right. Happy birthday, man. I can honestly say I don't feel it. Awesome. Yep, you mentioned your birthday a couple days ago. All right, I'm just skipping down, guys. Craft crazy. Interesting topic today with emotional eating. I said to a coworker a couple days ago that I really wanted to eat, but I didn't know if why it was mental, emotional, or actual hunger. The struggle is real. That's absolutely. Sometimes it's hard to identify what the reason is. That's why I got that sign up on the refrigerator. Are you really hungry? You walk up to your refrigerator sometimes like a zombie out of habit. You open it up. That's when I'm susceptible to grab a little cube of cheese or something. But if you have that sign on your, you know, even no matter what it says, if it says "walk away, stupid," or but mine says, "Are you really hungry?" And it just kind of gives you a slap in the face. It makes you think just for a split second: Are you really hungry? Is my body really hungry right now? And it's helped me in the past, and so we got it back up there. Jessica, these live streams are helping so much every day. Thank you for being here and being honest and real, Larry. It helps me give courage to be honest. I feel like it's the only way out of this insanity. Very cool, Jessica, and you're very welcome. Yeah, it would be so awesome at the end of this 100 days for a lot of you to have gone with me, and you were able to, through these morning meetings, stay on track. You've never stayed on track before, you never had a lot of success, but because of the morning meeting, you were able to do it. That'll fill my heart up big time. So we'll see. I just ordered some more elements under your link. Hey, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate that. No, thank you. That's a huge way to support Cassie and I. And you'll love it. And if you don't, they'll give you your money back. It's simple. I love their customer service. Cassie and I, we passed up on like 7, 8 um, sponsors when we first started growing the channel. And we had one sponsor. They sent him some product. We put their link. I'm not going to name names, but we put their link in our description. We tried the product, and it was good. But then they sent us like a big sample thing. Half of it was old and stale and really gross. Then on top of it, we had like 3 people use our link, and they weren't happy with it. And they talked to the company, and they were rude to them. Their customer service was in the toilet. I got a hold of them, said, never send us anything else. We don't want any part of you. So really, Element's customer service has always just blown me away. You know, one lady told me she told Element she had bought 4 boxes of whatever flavor. She didn't realize they had stevia in it. She's allergic to it. They told her to donate it or give it to a friend, and they gave her her money back, and she was totally satisfied with that. Well, then, like a week later, 2 boxes of the Element Unflavored showed up at her door with a note saying, "Here, these don't have stevia in them. Enjoy them." And she told me that. I reached out to Element and I thanked them for treating our viewers so well. I just thought that was amazing. I really did. I hope these lives keep going even after 100 days. Maybe have once a week in the meetings or something. Yeah, definitely, Tammy. We'll definitely make some adjustments. Maybe we'll continue them every weekday. You know, the channel is my full-time job. When I'm editing, I put in, depending on what I'm doing, I could put it anywhere from 7 to 11 hours a day into the channel. And so I'm here. I might start door dashing again. You guys know Cassie bought a new car. We bought a new car for Cassie. I might start door dashing again, just because now we got that extra car payment. So we'll see. But yeah, this has been a success so far. So we'll see. I don't want to, if it's helping people. Cole, man, my stomach is growling. Cole Stallings, Larry, comma. All right. Well, he must have hit the send button. And then Papa Frank. I only use food when I'm watching TV late in the evening. I'm thinking I need to get to bed earlier instead of staying up watching late watching TV. Yep, Papa Frank, I've dealt with that same thing. And going to bed early is a great solution. It really is. Trying the Italian beast, laugh out. Yeah, I'm a little behind, right? Cool. Try to watch every day, but can't a lot of the time. Are you tracking calories using an app or trying to go for more intuitive eating? Yeah, pretty much, Cole. I'm just eating when I'm hungry, and it's usually working out to be 2 meals a day. Like I haven't eaten today yet. It's almost all. What I've been doing is after the morning meeting is usually when I start, working on my lunch, getting it together. And then my dinner has been anywhere from 6 to 9:30 p.m. So I'm glad you stopped by, Cole. Good to see you. Hey, Lois. Morning, Larry. Still craving those tomatoes, but had to stop eating them. I need to heal my body at this point. Yeah. Yeah, if you're trying to do strict carnivore, tomatoes definitely isn't on the plan. But Ketovore, just can't overdo them, right? I'm praying for you, Larry. Thank you, Mia's girls. That's awesome. I'm praying for July 3rd. You guys are amazing. Prayer warriors. Yeah. Yep. I'll be okay. JDW. What is up? Poor sleep makes me feel like binging quick sugar fixes. Really? That's good you're aware of that. Very cool. Yeah, Lori, Nate, nighttime is bad for me too. Yeah, right. A lot of us. All right. More prayers for Larry on this difficult anniversary. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I'm moving down, guys, trying to catch up. You guys are talking amongst each other. Uh, Darlene, I got to throw Darlene up here. What's up, Darlene? Western New York. Everything seems to revolve around food. I have broken the food cravings and doing fine most days. It's when others make me feel bad about choosing not to indulge. Yeah, people have a way of doing that, right? Oh, come on, this cake is delicious. Here, you want a bite? It's funny how they do that, huh? You hang in there, Darlene. We're with you. We're with you. ARH, day 10. I believe this is my day 10 too. I'm going to have to either pick the countdown route where I'm like, hey, today is day 91, of the 100-day countdown, or I'm at, today is day 10. I'm doing both, so I get confused. I think it's my day 10, though. I have it on my calendar. But if today's day 91 on the countdown, then it's day 10, because you start at 100. So very cool. Ryan, Adrian Rogers calls alcohol embalming fluid. Yep. Mostly just destroys everything. That's right. Yeah, he was an advocate speaker against the alcohol industry, which he should be. Every preacher should be, because it's destroyed so many lives. It's such a powerful tool of Satan. It's crazy. Papa Frank. Oh, at Paula. I'm not going to jump in there. Eating only eggs and beef tallow, maintaining protein to fat ratio for psoriasis. Does that work for psoriasis? I have heard a lot of people clear up some psoriasis issues with the carnivore, so you're going to have to let us know after, you start seeing some results one way or the other, because I'm not sure. Wow, you hear my stomach? It is growling. But if anybody wants to address that, gosh, that was at 12:07. Animal Ariel. It's the 28th. Gosh. All right, I am so. Cassie's going to tease me tonight, but you were 32 minutes behind in the comments. Oh, I couldn't watch Cole. He was too vulgar for me. Yeah, me too. He just not my cup of tea, or apparently yours too, Amy. I did see him do a live stream, I think, with Mark Bell. Was that it? But he talked like a normal guy, Seemed like he could be a nice guy, but that's just his shtick, or whatever you call it, his act on YouTube. I don't know. I couldn't do that. I couldn't come on here and every day and play a character, I just couldn't do that. But apparently he can. And a lot of people love it. A lot of people love being called fat and pathetic. You pathetic fatty. A lot of people just think he's as good as sliced bread. And that's cool. Larry, Starbucks. I had one in the 90s and it tasted like burnt wood chips. Laugh out loud. Never had another. Yeah, their lattes made with heavy cream are definitely my Achilles heel. I gotta stay away from them. Hmm. God put me in a place where there is no DoorDash available, no pizza delivery or anything. But I was doing pretty well on carnivore until yesterday when I cheated and ate a sandwich that my friend made. So, sometimes that basic peanut butter jelly or a basic bologna sandwich just looks so good, right, Julie? So sounds like you're not tearing yourself up. That's a good thing. Don't just get right back on. Jessica, I can only speak for myself. I have a carb and sugar addiction. I have to abstain from these foods. I mostly slip up because I give in to the food noise to feed my addiction. Oh, you're talking amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm going down. Unless I see QQQ. Yeah, look, Kathy. Oh, my garage is crazy hot. It's been a while since I talked about my garage. Oh, Sherry, thank you, girl. Thank you for these lives. Have you or Cassie tried or hosted a protein sparing modified fast challenge? What are your thoughts? Thank you. No, I really don't know what that is, Sherry. I'd have to look that up. But we have never hosted a challenge like that. We've done regular water fasting, and we challenged everybody. When I tried to do my 30-day water fast, I explicitly told everybody, do not do this, because I wasn't going to be supervised by a doctor. And I told, everybody, please don't attempt this with me. And a few people did. I don't think anybody made it 30 days. I made it 21 days, but I'll look that up, just like I looked up that snow cone machine, Sherry. Want me to look at it one more time? Protein sparing modified fasting. I've heard of that before. Okay. All right, I'm moving down now. Any questions? Here we go. Sorry, guys. I got so far behind. You guys are so patient with me. I gotta say hi to Lexus Jones. Hey, Lexus, how you doing? Glad you stopped by. Sorry I was so far behind in the comments. Hope you're still in here. Nancy, I'm an emotional eater for sure. Doesn't matter what the emotion is, I eat. Yep. And like I said the other day, um, probably the most powerful emotion for me is when I'm in a great mood. I want to celebrate. Something awesome's happened. You know, that's a very dangerous position for me to be in. And I'm aware of it. All right. Yeah, this is a great way to look at it, Julie. I don't see carnivore as a diet, it's a way of life. It's the difference between life and death, health and sickness. Perfect way to look at it. And that's the way we really all should view it. You know, thanks, Julie. Carnivore Pastor Stephen, praying success for all you guys. Stay disciplined and never give up. Blessings. Thank you, Pastor. Very cool. Just seeing if we have any more questions for me, guys. You guys are really firing up the chat with each other, which is really nice to see. Terry P. thinking on you, Larry. Oh, thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. Yeah, Nancy, don't forget to hit like the live stream. That helps. I'm almost caught up. Oh, I see Larry. Oh, there you go, Tammy. Larry, set up an app on your phone to count down. My husband has his set up for his retirement date for November 1st. He reminds me how many days all the time. Yeah, I did that, Tammy, when I was getting sober from alcohol. I did that, and it was a huge deal for me when I hit 1,000 days. It's kind of an inside joke with my oldest son, Cody. Because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Warrior with not the Warriors, but Warrior with oh gosh, what's his name? He's one of my favorite actors. Tom Hardy. I'm blanking. Yeah, Tom Hardy. Yeah, he's about a UFC fighter. But anyway, his dad he's a drunk. He was played by Nick Nolte, and he shows up after many years, and he says, "Dad, you're not going to have a drink with me?" And he says, "Tommy, I've been sober 1,000 days." And me and my son Cody love that movie. And I told him when I left for the rehab, this is my oldest son now. At the time he was 21. He actually drove me to the rehab, and he gave me a hug when he drove down. He drove me to South Carolina 1,000 miles, dropped me off, and then he turned right around and went back up. Like I said, he was 21 at the time, and he gave me a hug and he said, "No, I want that 1,000 days," and we hugged, and I said, "I'll do my best," So it was a big day when I reached 1,000 days sober, and I used an app like that. So very cool. Yeah, the fasting language confused me. It seems if you have an egg fast, it would mean no eggs, but really it means only eggs. So protein sparing, less protein, or only protein? Great question, Kathy. Hopefully, Sherry can answer that for you. I'm gonna look it up after I'm done. I bet if Cassie was here, she could tell us. Cigar King, guys, don't be scared of fruit. Hence why you fail on carnivore time after time. No offense taken, Cigar King. Cigar King, you do you. Roots and Rocks Feather says. Yeah, the only thing about fruit, I mean, gosh, I love fruit. It's just, it'll knock me out of ketosis. I believe because I'll overdo it. I can't have two strawberries. That's impossible. I'd end up eating half the basket, or the whole basket. That's my problem. So it, this live stream is for food addicts. Most of us in here just can't have a couple strawberries or one peach or a plum. That sugar hits our lips and we'll fire it up, you know. So that's 99% can't sustain carnivore long term. Well, hopefully everybody in this group won't be in that 95%. We'll be in that 5%. Hopefully. Get that cough out of there. Lexus, question. This is a very common question too. Again, Lexus, thanks for stopping by. And what are your thoughts on lowering fat intake to help with weight loss? I was eating about 90% fat to heal schizophrenia, but I'm gaining weight. Hardly any symptoms, though, thank the Lord. Well, yeah, that's awesome. Me personally, it seems like when I up the fat, my weight loss excels. I know it doesn't seem right. The more dietary fat you're taking in, the more you're going to burn. But it seems like that for me. So I try and eat a lot of fat. I think it depends on every person, Lexus, because I've heard other people cut their dietary fat so they can lose more body fat. But it's a matter of finding out what works for you. I hope that helps. Lexus, fruit triggers my sugar cravings. Yeah. Yeah. Sugar King, Julie, I just like to help people. Yep. There's nothing wrong with stating your opinions in here, sure, Cigar King, at all. I'm a food addict too. Cherise, thank you for doing these chats. Knowing you'd be here this morning helped me stay focused yesterday. Today is day 2, back on track after falling off. I let family tragedy derail me, but I'm back now. Thanks, Cherise. That your comment right there just made the rest of my morning. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry about your family's tragedy too. All right, you guys. We are at an hour and 10 minutes. Wow. Had a great time with y'all. And thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. And same time, or with the same bat time, same bat channel. You guys remember that? Anyway, I love y'all. Your next meal, put the right thing in your mouth, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to have to come on here in the morning and let everybody know what you did. I know you guys will do good, though. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. It'll be the 3rd.